everybody. Today does not look like a great day to ride, but I'm gonna ride. Today's just gonna be kind of a random day. Just washed my bike, so doing a little bit of air drying here. She was filthy from the Babes Ride Out trip. Just getting to Babes Ride Out, I was like, oh, this is not going to be cool. So just washed up the bike, and today is actually the first day that I've been on my bike since coming home from Babes Ride Out a week ago, which is pretty crazy, but I've had to work quite a bit. This past week was my rotational Saturday, so once and sometimes twice a month I have to work a Saturday. So this past week was a long week. I was really exhausted, and I think part of that was just kind of recuperating from doing all the ride from Babes Ride Out and coming home, because to be honest, I haven't really ridden very much this year. A lot of it is because of work, and also the weather just has been really crummy. I wanted to go today to ride to something called the Shoe Tree, which I will definitely have a video on that when I actually ride. It is really cool and kind of, ooh, a beaver! Little ADD moment there. It's a really cool spot out in like northwestern New York. And it's this little island in the middle of farm country with these 3 trees that just have shoes all over them. Have no idea why, but it's pretty damn cool. And I enjoy riding out there because it's a really nice ride, and it's just kind of cool to see people write like little notes and leave different things on the tree. Actually, when the pandemic was happening, people were leaving like masks and stuff and writing pandemic 2020. So it's kind of like a memorial for some people. But I'll have a video on that. Unfortunately, the other reason why I haven't really ridden in the last week is because we've had this air quality alert because of the wildfires in Canada. The smoke and pollution and everything from the smoke is making its way down to western New York. And it was crazy because last weekend I was outside and my boyfriend and I were just hanging out with the dogs, and we're like, we smell smoke, like something is burning. This is kind of scary. And we could see smoke down both sides of the street. And could definitely smell it, and we had no idea what was going on. The highway runs right behind our house, so sometimes there's some crazy stuff that happens on the highway, and we just thought maybe it was something going on there. And then a couple days later I found out, well, Canada's on fire. So that's another reason why I haven't really been riding, just because I don't want to be out for too long. I don't really have a bad immune system or any sort of lung problems or anything like that, but you can never be too safe. And I haven't really been sick in like 3.5 years since before COVID happened, and I don't really want to change that. So, anywho, right now I am actually riding over to my friend Tara's house. I'm so excited. I met Tara several years ago when I started riding again, and I had gotten my Sportster. Met her on the Litas group, and we went out a couple of times, and we've been friends ever since. I absolutely adore that woman so much. She is very unapologetically herself, and I absolutely love that about her. We were gonna go for a little bit of a ride, but she's not really in riding condition right now. Her hands are bothering her, and she's actually coming with me to No Coast Camp Out in a couple of weeks. So I'm like, you know what, just relax, take it easy, because I really want you to be there. I don't want you to miss this event, because she couldn't go to Babes Ride Out because she was on vacation. So gonna go over there. She actually just bought a new Indian a few months ago, and it's an absolutely beautiful bike. And she's trying to get some stuff done on it, so I'm gonna try to see if I can help her out a little bit. And she's making me a breakfast sandwich, so I mean, can't really say no to that. I am always able to be bribed by food or coffee or beer. I'm a very typical Harley-Davidson riding woman in her 30s. So I'm excited to see her. It's been a minute since we've actually hung out. So yeah, just taking a quick little rip, and then depending on what the weather is like, because it keeps saying it might rain, I might go for a little bit of a ride and take you guys along. I'm kind of thinking maybe riding down to Sturgeon Point, which is not too far from here, but it's right on Lake Erie. It's a really nice little site. I like to go there and just kind of hang out and sit in my thoughts, you know, ponder the world and life and all that jazz. But I don't know, it's actually really, really nice out today, and I didn't want to give up the opportunity to be able to ride. Thankfully this week, oh, fun traffic. Good thing is, next exit is my exit. Luckily this week, because I worked a long week last week, I only have to work 3 days. So I'll work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is a pretty sweet deal to have every other day off and then the weekend. So can't really complain too much, and I'm hoping I can get out on the bike. Maybe do like a full day ride on Thursday, because it looks like that's probably going to be the better day as far as weather this week. Next week looks like it's going to be pretty nice, so we'll see. Uh-oh. Either somebody did something bad or somebody got into an accident. Which is pretty popular for this area here. So for those of you, which is probably most of you, don't know, I actually work as an insurance claims supervisor for auto claims. So this kind of stuff I see all the time. No, it looks like they're just a bad boy getting pulled over. Yeah, so I deal with auto accidents all day long when I work, and I've been there for 6.5 years now, so it's been a minute. But it's crazy when you work in that industry how much more hyper aware of everything you are, as far as like how other people drive, and you kind of see things before they actually happen, which is crazy. For example, I was driving to work one day when we were in the office full time, and this whole stretch of highway is always just bumper to bumper because of the traffic. Because this really, you can go straight to get to Niagara Falls. You can take one of the exits to go that way towards downtown, and then this way kind of goes out to farm country. So I was on my way to work, and this person in front of me kept like speeding up and slamming on their brakes, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to leave a big buffer of space between me and this idiot in front of me, because they're going to end up causing an accident. So I ended up leaving like 3 car lengths of traffic in between me and this numbnuts. And sure enough, about 3 minutes that decision, he rear-ended the person in front of them. I called it. Yeah, so that's why I'm super careful when I ride and when I drive, and people make fun of me because I drive like a grandma sometimes. One, that's mainly because if I have somebody else in my car, I'm gonna drive cautious because I don't want them to get hurt. And 2, I don't want to get tickets and have to pay more for insurance and pay for tickets. So yeah, I don't care if people call me grandma. I'm the one that doesn't have tickets and doesn't have accidents, so it's all good. It's a little roasty toasty stopping. Ugh. It's a little muggy. On the highway, it felt absolutely gorgeous though, which I'll take it. I'll take being warm at a light for a couple minutes and being perfect when you're actually riding. Ooh, it is a little bit bright even though it's very overcast, so put my visor down. Anyway, so, oh, hello, beep beep. People do weird things around here. It's funny because Western New York very much reminds me of Rhode Island, where I'm from. Just in the fact that a lot of people are into like music and art, and food is huge. And just the landscape. I mean, obviously in Rhode Island you have the ocean, and here you have Lake Erie, which a lake is very different from an ocean, I understand. But at least it's a large body of water that I can go sit and hang out. There's a lot of beaches and things like that. So it's very similar. And the weirdos are definitely here as well, and terrible drivers. It smells like suntan lotion over here. That's strange. Don't know why it would smell like suntan. Oh, maybe Delta Sonic. It's actually their soap. Ugh, Delta Sonic. It's such a bummer because their facilities are so nice. So Delta Sonic, if you're unaware, they do like car wash and just general maintenance, like a Jiffy Lube or something. They have a gas station. Usually they have like a Tim Hortons. Sometimes they have a brick oven pizza. So they're really, really beautiful facilities, but can't car wash for crap. I don't know if it's maybe just the location that's near me that I've gone to, but I bought my pickup truck, which I have a 2018 Dodge Ram 1500. Besides my Harley, my Storm, that truck is my baby. Anyway, because Western New York has like a lot of pollen and everything in the summer, plus I park right underneath a massive tree, so those little helicopter things are everywhere. My truck has just been disgusting, and it's been covered in bird yuck. And I'm like, you know, this truck is new to me. It looks like a brand new truck. I don't want it to look gross like this all the time. So I brought it to Delta Sonic to get it washed, and I'm like, okay, I'll spend, you know, $22 or whatever it is for like the higher end car wash, and then you get 2 more free car washes in the next 2 weeks that you can use. I was like, this will be good because I can get this done now, and then I can get another wash when I had family in, so the truck would look nice and pretty and clean. Well, it cleaned most of it, but when I got it home to look at it, there were water spots everywhere. There was still bird ick all over the place, especially the back windows where the sliding window was. And it wasn't good. And that was not the first time that had happened. So I'm like, you know, maybe it's just an off day for them. And I decided to get the truck washed again almost exactly 2 weeks later, because it needed it, and I had family in from out of state for a big family reunion we do every year. And nope, same damn thing. There was still pollen and dust in some spots. There were water spots. There was still bird crap in different areas. So I'm like, you know what? I am not paying to have Delta Sonic wash my vehicles anymore, because this is just, it's not worth it. It really isn't. My boyfriend actually bought a power washer, and we have a nice extendable hose now, so I'm just gonna have to wash it on my own, because that's the only way it's gonna get done right. Which, I mean, they do say if you can't do something right, do it yourself. Or maybe I just say that, I don't know. I mean, I washed my bike, and yeah, there's little spots here and there, but I honestly just did a quick rinse and a little bit of soap to get all the bugs off and get most of the dust off. But it's not gonna matter, because in 2 more weeks we're going on another adventure, and I'm sure it'll be dirty from that again. Maybe I'll just go to Harley and be like, yo, can you detail my bike for me, please? Which I'm sure they would, because I love my Harley dealership. I go to American Harley-Davidson. They're located in Tonawanda, New York, and I absolutely adore them. Their service department is absolutely wonderful. That's actually where I bought my Sport Glide from. They did all the servicing on my Sportster when I had that. They've done everything on this bike that I haven't wanted to do, like oil change and the service and all that for the warranty. But everybody there knows my name. I go in and they're like, hey Alicia, how's it going? How's the Sportster? What have you done to the Sportster lately? So it's kind of cool. Plus it's in a really nice spot. They're considered like almost like the Niagara Falls location because they are really close to Niagara Falls. But yeah, I love that dealership. If you're ever in Western New York, go ahead and check them out. They're super, super nice people. And they have a lot of really cool merch, and I love them over there. They're my buddies. But I am almost to my friend's house. So we're gonna have some breakfast Sammys and see if we can figure out her bike and what's going on. She's trying to get, I think, a throttle lock on her Indian because she has really bad wrists. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'll check in with you guys later.